So we'll start with, is anyone else here something that sounds like a modem crashing?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
That may have been me going
Jim,
inside.
is that you?
That may have been.
It sounds like a scene out of Transformers. Hey, Miles. Okay, so we're gonna start with just a basic warm-up, Jenga kicks. Then I have that combination to work through. And I'm gonna have, like last time, where it'll be side by side with like a more complicated one and then a less complicated one. So you can kind of work through whichever one makes more sense to you or whichever one you feel like going through. Got some core strengthening at the end, and we'll finish up with some stretching. Okay. So to get started, let's have everyone just follow along and we'll just start doing Jenga, okay? And start twisting when you step to the back. Can you guys mute your screen if, unless you have like a question or something? Good, and back to Jenga. Okay. And so last time we were talking about being more intentional with how you're using your hands when you're doing Jenga, okay? So I want everyone to stop on one side. So when you go back esquiva here, I want you to take your hand that's coming up to the front and reach out with it, okay? So 1 and back, 2 and back, 3, 4. Make sure you squat nice and low when you do your back esquiva, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And step up to cadeira. So from right here, we're gonna do some hand strikes. So when you strike, I want you to reach and twist all the way and strike all the way across. Like kind of like if there was a pad facing this shoulder, you'd be reaching over and hitting that pad, okay? So we're gonna do 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And step back, so you have the other leg up. And back, reach out, and forward. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, 10, and back to Jenga. Okay, so we're going to incorporate all that hand movement now into our Jenga. So I'm going to stop on one side. We're going to go back. And then when we step forward, the hand that's back is going to come up and go across. And the other hand's going to go across. And then when you step back, the other hand's going to come up. Okay? So starting from Jenga position, we're going to turn back, hand up, step in, the back hand comes across, step back, and out. Step up, across, and back. And now keep going, okay? I'm gonna go nice and slow so everyone can follow along. And a little quicker. Notice also, as I'm going through this, one hand is always up in front of my face. And back to Jenga. Good. All right. So what I want you guys to do now is I'm going to set a timer. And what I want is for you guys to work on that free Jenga and using your hands more, okay? And I'm going to pick one kick for during the timer. You'll kind of pepper into your Jenga. So for the first kick, we'll do Luigi Frenchy. So as you're going through, let's see. Okay, so as you're doing Jenga, I want you guys to be using your hands and then just putting that Luigi Frenchy in there, okay? So what it'll look like is just like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be like 10 on the left, 10 on the right. I just, for 1 minute, I want you to move around and work on that kick. All right, ready? Go ahead. Good, and time. Is that making sense? Yeah, kinda, sorta? Hi, Rhea.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
That's okay. All right, so do that again. This time we're going to put in 2 kicks, okay? The next 2 kicks are going to be puntera and martello. So if you're not sure what those are, puntera and martello. It can be puntera from the front or the back. So you can go puntera there, or you can do martello from the front. Either way, okay? So you're just doing Jenga, free Jenga, moving around using your hands, and putting in those 2 kicks, just those 2, okay? And go. And time. Still making sense, everyone? Any questions? Okay. So next kicks, armada and queixada, okay? So both of those kicks. So quick refresher, armada and queixada, okay? Either of those. Ready? And go. And time. All right. So for the last one, we're gonna add meia lua de compasso and any kick that you wanna do, okay? And that, again, 1 minute, and you're just working through all those different kicks, trying to use your hands. For this last one, I'm just gonna watch everybody so I can see how you're doing, okay? Any questions? Oh, meia lua de compasso. It's the one where you step in, put your hands down, kick, and come back up to Jenga position, okay? Ready, and go. Looking good, looking good. About 20 seconds left. And time. Awesome. That was looking great. You guys have any questions about that stuff? So my goal for all that, and I was saying this last time, was that I want everyone to be more like intentional with their hand usage when they're playing, and not just have their arms just, you know, only being there for, you know, for like a guard, you know. Like I want when you're moving around and when you're using your hands, I want them to like be moving with purpose. So like you're using them to like gauge your distance, or, you know, like figure out where the other person is so that you can put your kick where it needs to go so that it can connect. Does that make sense? And also, like, a lot of times we get into like the habit when we're doing capoeira is to just like stand here and like go Jenga, and you're kind of hoping that if a kick comes and you don't get out of the way, your arm's going to be in the right spot. This way, if you're moving around and you're keeping your hands up where, you know, and like and active, they're more engaged. So if a kick were to come, your arms would be like in a place where they would be ready to like absorb a kick if needed. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. Coolio. So moving right on to the combination. So they're going to start out with the first three moves are the same. Okay. So I'll just demonstrate that real quick. So we're going to go from Jenga. You're going to go meio Luigi Frenchie. And from here, you're going to set down to the side. And you're imagining that a kick was coming in that same direction that you kicked. So you're going to drop down and go esquiva. Okay. So again, meio Luigi Frenchie, esquiva. Other side. Meio Luigi Frenchie, esquiva. Okay. And we'll add in the next moves after a little bit of practice with that one. Okay, questions? Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Again, I'm gonna time it for a minute, okay? So I'm gonna have you guys working through just those sections, and I want you to keep doing Jenga like free. So when you're moving around using your hands, kick, esquiva, back to Jenga. Again, kick, esquiva, and right back to Jenga. Just like if you were playing an actual game. Okay? Ready? And initiate. And time. All right. So next move is going to be a meio Luigi compasso. Okay. So you're going to go meio Luigi Frenchie, esquiva, and then from right here, you're going to take the leg that you're leaning over, step across, and kick. Okay. Makes sense? So esquiva one direction, kick the other direction. All right. Questions? Need to see it again? Yeah? Okay. So you go Jenga, meio Luigi Frenchie, esquiva, and then from here, This leg's gonna step in, hands down, kick, and come around. Okay? All right, and activate. Okay, good. You got it, Kat. So when you do it, just when you put your hands down, here, watch me real quick. When you get here, get your leg up, and then just walk your hands around to get to that position, okay? The more you do that, the easier it'll be to find where your momentum is and where your balance is. Just try to keep your chest on your quad, okay?
So one more time. So if I'm going left leg, it's
Yep,
here,
yep, exactly.
right?
And then
this
step
leg, and then this
across.
leg's gonna step in.
Yep, and then kick.
Cool.
Perfect,
I'm
that's
working.
it.
I'm
And
cool.
try
I'm
to-
working in
I know
limited
you're in
space,
like a
so I
really,
just don't wanna hit
you are, you're in a really small spot, but that's it, you got it.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you, sir.
Yep. We're gonna go a little bit longer with this one, guys. Thanks, Kat. Good. And step in. Yes, that's it. One more time, Kat. Awesome. All right, guys, time. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay. So after the male Luigi Frenchie, this is where it's gonna change, okay? So for the more like advanced combination, we're gonna switch guarda baixo. So after you finish your kick, you're gonna switch guarda baixo, do a double negativa, and then whole leg. Okay, so that looks like all together. You go meio Luigi Frenchie, esquiva, meio Luigi compasso, switch, double negativa, and whole leg. Okay. For the less complicated one, right after the meio Luigi compasso, so you go esquiva, meio Luigi compasso, right away, you're gonna take your front foot and you're gonna shuffle your feet out, okay? So you go to rasteira. From the side, that looks like this. So this foot is gonna go out and this foot's gonna replace this one. So you go here, and then you're gonna take your back leg, pull through. So you sit down in negativa, and then go whole leg. All right? Does that make sense? So I'll walk through the, yep, that's it, Kat. And then you pull through to negativa and whole leg. Okay? Michael, do you have questions?
Yeah, can I see the double negativa one more time?
The double negativa, yeah, sure. So you go meio Luigi Frenchie, right? Here, let me, hang on. Okay. So meio Luigi Frenchie, esquiva, this foot steps in, meio Luigi compasso. Then for the double negativa, you're gonna switch sides. And then from here, the double, it just means that you do negativa twice, okay? So you go one, and then two. Okay. And then from here, we're gonna whole leg. And back to Jenga.
Okay.
All right, makes sense?
Yes, I think so. Cool.
Cool. For now, if you guys wanna turn your mics back on, you can. And then that way, if you have questions, because the combination parts is like where I envision people having the most questions. So if you need to shout something out, you can turn your mics on so you can do that.
Okay.
Mhm. All right. So I'm going to watch you guys for this part. Can you turn that light back on?
Oh, sorry.
Jenny just turned the light off on me.
Doing anything.
Okay. So so I'm going to watch you guys for this next part, and just so I can see how everyone's doing, okay? And go ahead on your own. Yep. So then you step in, cat. Yep. Kick all the way back. Shuffle your feet. So the front one replaces the one in the front. No, don't switch. Just shuffle. Yeah, there you go. And then pull all the way back so you sit down in Negachiva. So slide that. Nope. Go back to the position you were just in. Take your leg that's extended, and you're going to slide it past you, through in front of you, all the way to the other side of you. Yes, and then you're going to turn and sit on the other foot. There you go. Keep turning toward. Yes, that's it. You got it. And then from there, you just hole, which you don't really have a lot of space for. So you're just going to turn and kind of stand up. Yeah. Perfect. You got it. Yeah, Michael, from right there, after you do that second Negachiva, just hole so you go back to standing.
Okay, when I
And
do
then
the
go right back to Jenga.
when I do the Hastera, am I like turning kind of like a Meluji Compasso, like I'm going like around with it?
Yeah.
I don't. Or I am.
Yep, that's it. Well, you still want to keep your hands on the ground.
Right. Or for Hastera, I'm like down here.
Yep.
Okay, so then, so like here,
Pull through.
like.
Well, from right there, you want to pull through to Negachiva. There. Well, I'll demonstrate it. So when you do that Negachiva or the Hashtera, you pull through, right? And
Okay.
so this leg, you're gonna pull through and then sit down on it. So you pull this one all the way through and then sit. And then from here, then that's where you go for your hole. And then go back to Jenga.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Well, am I ending in like this, like in the back?
Let me see you do it again.
Sorry. Okay. So I'm here, and then Hastera. I'm sitting on this one, and then like that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. You did your Hashtera with the other leg than what I was saying at the beginning. So you swung your back leg all the way up, and I said just to shuffle your feet forward. So after you finish your Meluji Compasso, so watch, you kick, right? And then from here, just shuffle out that way. And then from there, that's where you take your leg and pull through and hole. Okay. Nothing, you didn't do it wrong. I mean, that's 100% a way to do Hashtera. So.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. How's everyone doing? All right, guys. So I'm going to put in the last chunk of this combination. Okay. So for So for the more advanced part, after you do your hole, that's where you're going to put in your rasteira negativa hole. Okay. And then we're gonna do a couple hand strikes at the end too. And then for the more beginner combination, all you're doing is you're just adding the hand strikes at the end. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate the two combinations all the way through now. So the more beginner one, you'll go jinga, still moving around. Meia lua de frente, esquiva, step in, meia lua de compasso, rasteira, pull through, hole. Okay, and then from right here, we're gonna step up to cadeira, come to the center. And from cadeira, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so strike 1, strike 2, 3, and 4. And then back to jinga. Okay, so one more time. Meia lua de frente, esquiva. Step in, meia lua de compasso, rasteira, pull through, hole, up to jinga or cadeira, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to jinga. Okay. Then more advanced combination. We go jinga, meia lua de frente, esquiva, meia lua de compasso, switch, double negativa. Now from here is where you're going to go to rasteira, right? So from here, you're going to step out, rasteira, negativa, hole, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sense?
Yes.
Everyone got it? Okay. So I'm going to set a timer. It's obviously going to go longer than a minute, just because I want everyone to have time to work through the combination on their own. Again, just shout out if you have a question. Okay. I'm going to be, for reference, I'm going to be mostly doing the beginner combination. If you're working on the advanced one, you have a question, just shout out to me.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, guys. Good work. Oh, keep going, guys. That post never stood a chance, Cat. All right, how's everyone doing? I can take a break here. Any questions? Tired?
Yeah.
I'm still watching, but I had to head inside because my phone was like at 2%. So I'm
No
watching.
worries, no worries. Any questions on what we're doing? Kat, is this making sense? Kind of, sort of.
In so much as I'm a super beginner, yes.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like
That's
you're a
awesome.
super beginner. It looks like you've done this before.
You are very, very kind.
So,
I have been taking classes with a friend of mine, but
awesome.
yeah.
Cool. Well, no, I mean, you got it. You're doing great.
Thank
You got
you.
the moves. You're just,
Thank
it's
you.
just putting them together differently, you know? Okay. So for the last workout kind of conditioning thing that we're going to do, I'm going to watch the timer over here. And what I want you guys to do is you're going to set up like a focal point for yourself. So like just something right in the middle of wherever you're working out. I'm using a Batman rock.
Oh.
I know, right? Pretty sweet. I'm just going to set that down like right in the middle of my floor. And the point of that is just so that you have something to move around. Okay. Because otherwise, like a lot of like when you're doing capoeira, you're always going in a circle, right? You're not just like going left and right, back and forth, like when we practice all of our combinations. So that's with the point of having something like this, and what we're going to work on next is just to make sure that we're still working on that you know, kind of rotation movement, you know, so that you're moving around something and not just stuck going left and right, back and forth. All right, does that make sense?
Yes.
So to start, we're going to go for like roughly a minute rounds, and then with some kind of core conditioning in the middle between each round. Okay. Questions? No?
Use
And
that
I'll give little like rules too for what we can do. So like for the first round, you have to stay on the ground. Your hands always have to be in contact with the ground, or at least one hand. So while you're moving around, it'll look like this. So got my rack here. All right. Make sense? Cool. All right. Let's get that first round going. And activate. And you can do whatever kick you want as long as it's from the ground. And time. All right, everybody on your backs. We're gonna do crunches with our feet in the butterfly position. Ready? And go. And time. Next. Jingo with only movement, no kicks. Hands, whatever you want, just no kicking. All right? And go. Twenty seconds left. Time. And plank on the forearms. Ready, go. For the next one, you can only do armada and queixada. Otherwise, you can move around on the ground, standing, however you want. Make sure you're engaging your hands. We want them to be part of the party. 15 seconds left. And go. Next round. Armada and queixada. And time. Everyone, lay on your backs. You're gonna hold your feet straight out in front of you and do little butterfly kicks, little flutter kicks. Ready? And go. For the last one, I want you guys to just do your best to imagine that you're playing with somebody else. All right? Your game can be completely open. So any kick you want to do, any kind of movement you want to do, just try to imagine that that you're responding to and doing kicks with somebody else. 15 more seconds. And time. All right. And go ahead. And time. Last round of abs, V-ups. All right. Ready, and go ahead. And time. All right. So now we get to stretch. Yay. All right, so have everyone sit in the splits. Oh. You guys can unmic your cameras now. Except, I think Miles might be stuck. Sorry, Miles. Oh, never mind.
Huh?
There you go. So reach to the side. And to the other side. Cat, are you gonna keep coming? Awesome sauce.
It's probably dark where I am, but yes, that was a thumbs up. Yes, I'll keep
Awesome.
coming. Thank you, sir.
All the way from Tejas.
What, she from Texas?
See, or
Yep.
yeehaw, or what's up, y'all?
Yeehaw.
Don't get me wrong, no, I'm from Minnesota.
It's true.
I
Although it's harder to hear it in your voice now.
know. See,
And
I've got to
back to the
talk to
center.
normal people to get rid of
Yeah.
this accent.
Your southern drawl is leaking out.
Oh man, you are not lying. Well, if I start saying things like it's, like fine as frog hair split 3 ways, and I don't know, schedule an intervention.
All right. So bring one leg in, cross the other one over the top.
Biscuits.
Reach across. Oh, who's got the
That's DJ Jazzy
tasty
Jeff.
hip hop going?
Oh, I do. Sorry, y'all. I think it's Ugly Duckling. Yes, it's Ugly Duckling. I needed something to flow to,
Hey, I got you. I know those feels.
That sounded like DJ
I would
Jazzy
ask-
Jeff.
No, it was not. But yeah, I like them because they have that kind of old feel.
Mhm.
Man, I still had that He's a DJ on the Rapper album, okay? So y'all.
Such feet.
I'm old enough to remember when he came out, y'all.
Yeah, Jenny. Jenny told me when you texted her and said that you were coming to class.
Mhm.
And I was like, what? Yes.
Well, you invited me, so I said, okay. Or, well, the Capoeira Academy did on Instagram.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if you had
Although
somebody
it
else
is a
like
picture of, it is a picture of me and Miles, so I can see how
Yeah.
you would be confused.
Well, no, but like some people have somebody else because y'all are important. Like somebody else running their, social
It
media.
is a. Oh
So
yeah. No.
I mean,
Nope.
somebody
I
could
am
have
the.
answered. You got some
Although
girl
I have
named
given
Kit
up
Fit
on.
covered?
I have given up on half of my social media outlets.
Now you're getting back to Instagram.
Probably
Say what?
safe.
What, Rhea?
I saw you came back to Instagram.
Well, I never really left Instagram.
Oh, really? I thought you left both things.
Nope. I just left Facebook.
I managed to leave Facebook for like 3 whole days, and then Justice Ginsburg died, and I went back to see all the drama.
Oh man.
I got
Oh,
sucked
yeah.
in.
Yeah. Nope. I have not. I'm avoiding it like the plague.
So I should get back.
It's hard.
Mm,
Yeah.
People
the
are so mean.
stupidity. Oh my gosh, it abounds. And just, think about, I mean, Austin is kind of the last blue bastion in Texas, but even the liberals carry guns. So
Yeah.
it's been a really interesting time for the last 4 years around here for me.
That's for shock, I bet.
I can't even imagine.
No.
Yep.
Nor do I want to imagine, actually, Kat. You know
No,
what?
you
I'm
really
just gonna,
don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Yep. Much better to think about peanut butter cookies and unicorns.
Peanut butter cookies. If only Declan wasn't allergic to peanuts.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I'm not even imagining peanut butter cookies, Kat.
Oh
Thanks.
shit, I'm sorry. Dang it. I'm never gonna be
Yeah.
let into class again.
We're gonna do. We're just gonna ban that phone number.
No hell. Are y'all gluten free too, or just nuts?
No. Well, we.
I feel like
I
the last
can't
time I talked
have
to you, you guys
dairy,
were on
eggs, peanuts, or tree nuts.
Okay. Dang it. So the almond flour snickerdoodle cookies that my client makes probably wouldn't be a good thing. That's too bad.
Yeah, probably not.
Dang
Probably
it.
not.
They're so good. Oh.
I love this stretch. This is, I think, one of my favorites. As long as you have a soft floor to do it on. Anybody that's trying to do this right now on concrete, I'm sorry, but I'm doing it on carpet, so it's great for me. All right.
It's okay.
Right,
I'm
guys.
only almost 50.
So, all right. So, in closing, do you guys have any questions about what we were working on today? Anything at all? No? Nada? So yeah, like I was saying during class though, like the hand stuff, when you're moving around and playing and doing Jenga, I always want everyone to be trying to use their hands more, okay? Because when you get stuck doing Jenga and you're just going left, right, it just gets kind of robotic, and it's hard to get out of that once you like get stuck in it. And I mean, to be fair, when we start people off from the get-go, from the very beginning, we teach them, you know, just to go Jenga here and here, just so they get used to keeping their arms up. But if you've had, you know, as much experience doing it, you know, or as much time seeing it as all of you guys have, when you start to do Jenga and start moving around, it just like it gets way easier. It gets way better with how you flow and communicate with people, especially when you're trying to like make it more practical. You know, I was saying this last time. I want when you're doing Jenga and when you're doing Capoeira for the movements to feel practical. You know, like if somebody, you know, if I needed to use Capoeira to like defend myself, you know, can I? You know, can I use my hands, or do I know how to like judge my distance with somebody else so that I can actually like use my hands and defend myself if I need to? You know, if somebody was coming up to me and I wanted to like defend, you know, like how would I do that in a practical way with Capoeira? Does that make sense? And so like the more you use your hands and the more you like get comfortable doing that, the more practical all the stuff we were doing becomes too. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about that? No. I'm swiping through here just to see if there's any looks
Swipe right.
of utter confusion. Swiping. Okay. I'm swiping right now.
That's a good one. I always get them mixed up.
Left and right. Which way to swipe?
I think the left is a rejection. Well, I'm not on there. I'm married, but I forget what it's supposed to be.
Wait, so you're saying you were before? No. Okay. All right. If there's no questions, I'll let everyone get going. I just wanted to reiterate that because I'm trying to do that with each class, is work on how to make this more practical for everyone, more useful. All right.
That was awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks
Y'all later.
for coming. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here.
See you next time.
Bye. Later.
Bye. Yep.
Bye. Tell Jenny I said bye.